Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know you're probably wondering how I got this trade on BTC. I had the same thing on Ethereum, and they were posted on Friday on WhatsApp group that I'm in. So I posted this trade on the WhatsApp group that I'm in. I will show you probably in this video. Probably by the end of this video, you see uh, when I posted it. So I started from the daily time frame on BTC. I saw a rejection from an OCL on the daily time frame. Now, if you watch my previous video on CAD JPY, now you understand this breakdown on BTC very well. So if you haven't watched my previous video on CAD JPY, the breakdown of the trade, now if you watch it, now you understand this better. Now, same thing, same scenario. So I had a rejection from this OCL level on the daily time frame on BTC. Now, following the time frame alignment, daily reject daily. Now you look for your breakout on the 4 hours time frame, right? Now, going down to the 4 hours time frame, going down to 4 hours time frame, I had a breakout. Now the daily OCL rejection is an apex and a resistance level on the 4 hours time frame. Can you see it? Now this is the rejection coming from daily. Now we had a breakout here on the 4 hours time frame. We had a small breakout here on the 4 hours time frame. Now if you are familiar with my video, you will discover that anytime I had a long week like this on 4 hours time frame like this, I tend to go to 1 hour to look for my apex entry. So following the time frame alignment and going down to 1 hour time frame, now we have our apex entry here. Can you see? We have our apex entry here. Now you could see the structures formed already. We have a sweep here. We have a sweep of liquidity. Can you see? We have a sweep. There's a sweep of liquidity here, and then we had a break of structure here. We had a break of structure here on 1 hour time frame. Can you see? That's the same part of it. And then we have our liquidity resting very close to it. Can you see? Yeah. So and then that's how I got this trade on BTC. That's how I got the setup on BTC. So and then my stop loss was above this IA, and then I was targeting 68,400 or so. Yeah, I was targeting 68,400 or so. So that's how I got this setup on BTC. Following the time frame alignment, daily reject daily, daily reject daily. We have daily rejection from this OCA, a daily rejection from this OCA, and then a breakout on the 4 hours time frame. We had a breakout here on the 4 hours time frame, and then going down to 1 hour for our entry, our apex entry. And this is how I got this trade on BTC. Now let me walk you through how I got the same trade on Ethereum. Now on Ethereum, I started from the 4 hours time frame on Ethereum. The rejection was from the I just followed the time frame alignment. If you are starting for your on 4 hours time frame, the time frame alignment, 4 hours reject 4 hours, you wait, go down to 1 hour's time frame to look for your breakout, and then 15 minutes for your structure. You can use 30 minutes or so. So I saw this rejection on the 4 hours time frame. This is the rejection on the 4 hours time frame. Then I go down to 1 hour's time frame to look for my breakout. And then on 1 hour's time frame, I had a breakout here. Can you see? We had a breakout here on 1 hour's time frame. There is a breakout here on 1 hour's time frame. And then we have our apex also on this 1 hour time frame. Can you see? And then the liquidity. So that's how I just got this Ethereum. It was a textbook setup. Yeah, that's how my mentor called it. One of my mentors. That's how he called it. He will call it textbook setup. So he also said textbook setup. So this is how I got the trade on Ethereum. Now this Ethereum, if you don't want to, you can actually get the same thing in another way. You can start from the 2 hours time frame and then 2 hours rejection, and then you go to 30 minutes to look for your breakout. That's the time frame alignment. If you are picking your key level from the 2 hours time frame, you go towards 30 minutes for to look for your breakout. And then on 30-minute time frame, you discover that there's a breakout here on 30 minutes time frame. And then we have a liquidity and we have our apex entry here. So just same thing over and over again. Same thing over and over again. Your rejection, and then your breakout, and then your entry. So that's how I got the trade on Ethereum also. Same way I got the trade on BTC was same way I got the trade on Ethereum. Just that the Ethereum trade I started from the 4 hours time frame. The rejection, I picked my rejection from the 4 hours time frame, and then I went down to 1 hour's time frame to look for my breakout. And then I had my breakout here, and then my liquidity very close to my POIA, and then price came to the apex and then peaked from there, and then we had a trade on Ethereum also. So you can do it to like this video and subscribe. And I opened my TikTok yesterday, so you can check it out. Same name, MasonFX on TikTok. Please do it to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and my TikTok so that you can see more of this educational content. Thank you very much.